there's one thing everyone can agree on, it's that the Guild Store UI in ESO is awful. Luckily, there's a handy-dandy add-on that completely fixes it to be usable, functional. It's got some downsides because of limitations in the API, but overall it works really well, and that add-on is Awesome Guild Store. So Awesome Guild Store, but first I'm just going to go through the settings so to give you an idea of what you might want to set. This basically is just a long list of things. This one's pretty clear, reset on exit. That's pretty clear. That's pretty clear. That's just a preference thing. That's obviously really handy to show per unit price in addition to total price. Remember sort order, that will, like if you want to sort by time versus price, which are two very valid ways to sort, it'll remember it each time. If you don't do this, it'll reset to sorting by price by default. Mail augmentation, this will add information to your mail that shows who bought it and what the unit price was and where all the fees went. That as well. Purchase notifications, that prints to your chat what you bought, which can be handy for keeping track of did I buy that thing or not. And that will skip the dialogue, so it just goes straight to the Guild page without you having to hit anything. And then skip empty result pages. So I'm going to show you in a bit, when you search, they're going to be empty pages because of the API limitation. This will automatically skip through those pages until you get to a page that actually has items on it. And I'll show you what that means in just a second. So I'm actually going to turn this off for the second so it doesn't auto skip. And then the guild trader list, that's a pretty cool feature actually. It's this. So it's just a tab. When you go to the guild screen, it's a tab at the end and it lists every single guild store you've ever been to and their location. So you can keep track of what guilds are on the market and where they are. So the green ones are from this week and the red ones are ones that I haven't seen this week. So, yep, pretty handy. So just to show you the UI, you're probably familiar with the vanilla UI. If you're watching this video, you're like, what the hell? This is the UI with Awesome Guild Store. So some of these filters are added by Awesome Guild Store and some of these are added by the base game UI and some are modified by Awesome Guild Store. So the first one is these filters along the top. Awesome Guild Store modifies these slightly. So for example, put some stuff in consumables that the base game would put under like miscellaneous and vice versa. The nice thing about Awesome Guild Store filters is that they are the same as the advanced inventory filters, so it'll look the same between your inventory and your guild store, which makes it a lot easier to keep track of where stuff is. If you're not using both add-ons, the filters will be different. The categories that items are in will be different. It does try to keep the categories pretty similar, so for example I added this new jewelry crafting to keep it consistent with the base game UI, but some things are different. So you have to, if you're talking to someone who doesn't have Awesome Guild Store and you have it, you have to keep in mind that things may be in different categories for them. This thing along the top, it's a history of all the searches you've done, and you can also favorite searches. So once you've set up something like I want to see all grand repair kits that are under 65 gold, you can save that and so that you can easily search for it every time you look at a guild store or whenever you need to. You can reset filters here. So price range and level range and quality range, these are vanilla filters. So if you click on these, so if I go to weapons, here's all the weapons. If I only want CP 160 weapons, there's all the CP 160 weapons, and you can see there it's showing the full 100 items per page. If I do Awesome Guild Store, and okay, so let's say training, it's showing all of them. So if I do, these white filters are vanilla filters and they behave the way you'd expect. That is, they show all the items on the page. These filters are Awesome Guild Store filters and they're local. What that means is it's filtering out it basically just hides the items. So you can see I just added this trait knowledge filter, which is really handy if you're doing research. So you can see it's not showing everything on the page. There are still 100 items on the page. It's only showing the 6 that meets the filter. So everything else that doesn't meet the filter is just hidden. So you're going to see fewer results per page because everything that doesn't meet your filter is hidden. The text filter, for example, does this. So if I'm looking for endurance for some reason, you can see it does the same thing. So there's still the same 100 items per page, and it's only showing 2. And then when it says all items are hidden by local filters, that means there's still 100, or 44 in this case, items on this page, but none of them meet this filter, so they're hidden. And this can be kind of annoying because you can basically see, okay, this guild store doesn't have that much stuff on it. So you can see, oh yeah, so that was actually a master merchant filter that I'm using. So alchemy, I'm searching for everything that's green deal or better as determined by master merchant and green quality or better. So no items found. There's no items that are green deal or better, but if I reset this local filter, you can see, oh, all items were actually here, they just didn't meet the filter. So that's pretty much what that means. So let's do, yeah. So let's look for Sijic, no, Sapiarch motif. Well, okay. Maybe let's look for something that won't be on the store. Ah, there we go. There's an example. So here I'm using a unit price filter, so I'm looking for style materials, which are less than 15 gold, which is the price you can use to buy them from the vendor. And you can see all items are hidden. So there's a lot of style items here, but none of them are less than 15 gold, so they're hidden. And then if I go back and set my filter again, they all disappear. I'm really looking for something that has more than one page so I can show off that. Maybe this will have more than one page? Well, okay. I'm just gonna buy that real quick. This guild store doesn't have enough crap on it. What if we set the deal range to green? There we go. So you click show more results and it will go to the next page. Okay, there you go. All items are hidden by local filters. So this page has 100 things on it, but none of them meet my local filters. Show more results. So you might end up seeing a lot of empty pages, and that's why you're seeing empty pages, because there's stuff there that meet the vanilla filters you've set. For example, there's categories along the top, level range, price range, but they don't meet the awesome guild store filters you've set. Clear as ice. So that's what that setting and the add-on settings does. This one, it will automatically skip those empty pages. So if you're looking for shit and you're not seeing it, and you put in your text filter and you're not seeing it, it's because the shit isn't there. It's like, people come to me and they're like, why is it when I search with Awesome Guild Store's text filter that just shows me empty page after empty page? It's because the stuff you're looking for isn't there. That's what the text filter does. It hides the stuff that isn't what you're looking for. So the empty pages are essentially because the text filter can't just show one page. It can't affect what the server is sending to you, which is all of the pages of stuff that meet the vanilla filters, but it can only hide the stuff that doesn't meet your filter. So yeah, that's Awesome Guild Store. It's awesome. It's got a text search, which should be in the base game. Works really well. Okay. Not working so well? Come on. Okay, and there's a bug you sometimes get, which is sometimes it just refuses to show anything, and that's just fixed with a quick reload UI. So, yeah, get Awesome Guild Store. Stop bitching about the Guild Store search, because you can